at age 32, the only player to do it over the age of 30. The Blazers star shot 13 of 22 from three, and 22 of 38 overall. Shannon, on a scale of 1 to 10, how impressive is this performance to you?
100, 1,000. Skip, and I'm going to say something that you're probably going to disagree with me. But of all the great shooters, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Larry Bird, Reggie Miller, if you say, Shannon, I want you to have one game, I'm going to take him.
Really?
I'm going to take that.
I can show you so many playoff games when he came up empty.
I can do you a lot of that. I know you ain't going to do that when you've been killing Steph Curry for the since you and I been on this network.
All right.
For 7 years, you've been killing Steph.
Okay, that's fair. You got me on that.
Skip.
Yeah, I'll take Dame over Steph. I will. I will.
But Skip, when you look at Skip, the way he can shoot, he can catch and shoot off the dribble. He can put it on the floor, get to the mid-range. We saw him finish last night at the rim.
He actually dunked it. I was shockingly impressed.
Yeah, I don't think we ever go see Steph dunk on somebody here like Dave did last night. Skip, man, I mean, the 8th player to score at least 70 points. Obviously, Will got 6 of those. And he had the highest true shooting percentage of anybody that's done it. He had an 80.4. Donovan Mitchell was like 79. David Thompson was 78. Kobe was like 74. Wilt was 73, 73.4. 22 of 38. Made all of his free throws. 13 of 22 from the three-point line. Skip, he would have got 80. Had they not started double-teaming him coming out of the break, Skip, he might have got 80 or 90 because
he had 50 at half.
He had 41 and a half, and did he have...
Right. Well, he had 50 after 3. No, he had 41 and a half. So we're on Kobe alert,
yes.
Right?
And Skip, and then all of a sudden now, I was like, y'all want to double the man now. So when he got 25 with like 4 minutes left in the second, y'all ain't going to double him. Because he got like 14, 15, Skip, in the last like 2.5 minutes. You don't want to double him then. You're like, oh, man, he going to cool off. And now you come out, because I was hoping, I figured he could get at least 75 considering where he goes. But Skip, I mean, he's unbelievable. A man his size. And because he came along in the era, Skip, there's a lot of quarterbacks. Phillip Rivers, Ben Roethlisberger, a lot of the Drew Breeses don't get the credit they deserve. Agreed. Because they played with Tom Brady era.
I agree.
He's not going to get the credit he deserves as a shooter because he happens to be in the same era as who? One, Stephen Wardell Curry.
Yep.
But Skip, this young man can flat out shoot the basketball. And last night it was on full display because I was like, oh man, y'all gonna blow him out and they're gonna end up taking him out. And then all of a sudden, Houston makes a run and they cut it down to like 6. He said, man, give me the ball. Stop playing, give me the ball. And then he just like boom, 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 Skip. The guy's not Skip, is 70 the new 50? And you, Skip, when I was growing up and somebody scored 50, man, you stopped the presses. 50 was a big deal. Man, you don't even get mentioned. It used to be, Skip, if you scored 50 points in an NBA game, you own the night. Score 50 right now, you might be in 3rd place. You might be in 4th place. Because somebody going to probably drop 60, and now we done got back-to-back 2 70s in the same season. And I don't think that's happened since, David Thompson and... I don't even know. David Thompson scored that 73 to try to win the scoring title, and Iceman hit 66, followed him over to 66 to win the closest scoring race in NBA history. But Skip, that was spectacular last night, and I watched it. I couldn't believe it. I was like, ain't no way this man gonna get 40 and a half. Kobe didn't score. He scored 55 in the second half, but he only had 26 points at the half. Dame had 41.
Okay, you finished?
Yes.
My turn. I'm going to give you one all-time great point here. Damian Lillard is the greatest deep shooter I've ever seen. I'm talking about deep threes, logo threes. They're effortlessly shot.
Yeah.
They're shot like they're free throws, and he has slightly more range than Steph Curry does because he's a little stronger than Steph is. It's just effortless because he's put together now at 6'2". Steph might be an inch taller than he is.
Maybe 6'3", yeah.
So speaking of height, as soon as I realized he had gotten into this 70 club, I thought, wait, is he the shortest man ever to score 70-plus points? And no, but then I started thinking, wait a second, back on January the 2nd of this year that we're in, the year of our Lord, 2023, Guess what that guy did in Cleveland, Donovan Mitchell, and he is listed as an inch shorter at 6'1".
No way.
Well, I looked it up, and that's what he's listed. And to my eye, they look in the same ballpark.
Right.
But he's listed at 6'1". To Dame's 6'2".
Yeah.
For the record, that's.
Well, they got to measure off Skip because I want the record. We got to do a measure. We got to do a measure
because it's close.
It is.
But to your point, it is very difficult for any man 6'2"-ish to score that many points because you don't have the wilt advantage of just laying it, the finger rolling it in. You don't get any easy ones. Dame got one dunk, but by his standards, that's not an easy play to make. That's a hard play for him to make because he doesn't do that a lot. So I give him high marks for getting into the 70s at 6 feet 2 inches tall. Now, back to Jen's question. Scale of 1 to 10, how impressed was I? I'm going to go 9, and I'll tell you why. And I hate to be the bearer of bad tidings. You can kill the messenger if you want.
Yes.
You can say I'm raining on a parade that should have the biggest umbrella over it in the history of shooting. But here's the point. Houston is the worst team in basketball at 13-47. Think about that. They are 13-47.
Yes.
They were playing effectively without their best 3 players because Jalen Green didn't play last night, Kevin Porter Jr. did not play last night, and Şengün, who is their 3rd best player, and I like him. Yeah. And he ended up with 17 and 10, but he was playing no defense to the point that Stephen Silas, mid-3rd quarter, said, you come over here and sit by me. Come defend me over here on the bench because you're not defending anybody on the floor. So he did not play. Şengün didn't play the last quarter and a half. Well, they're already the worst team, so you've taken away their best 3 players. Well, what's my degree of difficulty against this team? Okay, so now I'm looking at defense. They have allowed the 2nd most points in the league, and they are, as a 3-point defending team, they allow 15 3-pointers a game. That is the worst in the NBA. So wouldn't you say that the degree of difficulty was the lowest it could be against any opponent in the league against Houston?
Skip, you know what? I would have said, you know what? If he'd got 40 or 50, I said okay. But Skip, to go get 70.
Okay, and you could say against Air, it's hard to get 70. Against the Washington Generals, who used to be the foil figures of the Globetrotters, it's hard to get 70. Hard for Meadowlark to get 70 against the Washington Generals, who were just watching.